Hi, I'm Eric Fiquet, and in this video, I'll be talking to you about how high school students balance school, work, and their home life all at the same time. As you may know, there are millions of students aged 15 through 18 that are employed all across the nation as part of the workforce. Cameron, Missouri is obviously no exception to this, so many of our high school students are employed in local businesses and stores. There are even a few students that are currently employed outside of the Cameron area, including Osborne, Hamilton, and St. Joseph. As you could likely tell from the first few pictures of the video, we will be focusing on the fast food restaurant Wendys. My reasoning behind this is because I know many of the workers who are currently employed, and I have also worked there myself for about 1.5 years. In the next short clip that I'm about to show you, Bobby Morris, the current fry cook at Wendys, is about to explain his feelings about his job.
I freaking love my job. It's awesome. I love my manager. He's hilarious. I enjoy working there. I enjoy most of the people. There's a new guy, kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. You know, it's kind of a pain. But other than that, working at Wendys is awesome. And I'm not legally obligated to say that. And I don't feel like it's rude to say that you don't like your job, because plenty of people don't like their job. It's kind of a normal thing to not like your job and not working, or not like working. But I love it. I love just, I don't know, getting off my butt and doing something. Just feels nice. It feels good. It makes me feel good on the inside. And balancing school and work. It's really not that hard. My managers, Mandy, John, Linda, they're all pretty flexible. They understand that I have school, and school takes priority, especially under the law. They do pretty well about keeping their work schedule separate from my school schedule. So I haven't been scheduled for any 11 to 7 shifts on a Monday yet. Haven't been scheduled for any night shifts on a Tuesday or Wednesday or any other weekday for that matter. They're not overstaffed, but they have plenty of people, so they don't really need me every single day. So it doesn't make it too difficult to balance school and work.
You can likely tell that Bobby rather enjoys his employment at Wendys. He believes that right now everything is going smoothly and he is stress-free. However, there are many people employed all across America's workforce who do not like their jobs. Reasons for this collective dislike of their work could be for a variety of reasons. Some examples of this could be the fact that they don't like their workplace conditions or their co-workers, or even the fact that they don't like the job they have, but they must do it so they can provide for themselves and their family. And like every good employer knows, they need to keep their workers happy and healthy. That way they can get the most efficiency out of them. Because workers who hate their job will simply just not perform as well as ones that are happy to get up and hop right into it. This can be exceptionally hard on students who are working. One example of this could be that a student is taking higher level classes but is working most of the week in long shifts. This will definitely affect the student's grades. I have personally experienced this when I was working. Many times during the weekend, my managers had scheduled me to work many shifts from 3 p.m. to closing time, which was at 1 a.m. This caused me to suffer in my academic life. My grades had dropped down to the lowest they had ever been, being mostly B's and C's from a normally A and B student. Employers will often work with a student to figure out what schedule fits them best, letting them have equal time at work as there is to study and work on their classes. If an employer won't work with you on such terms, and you are worried about your academic career, it could be quite possibly in your best interest to drop the job entirely and find a new one with a new employer who will work with your needs. Additionally, having a job can affect a student's social life as well as their life at home. Oftentimes, student-aged employees work during the evening after school and over the weekend. This can cause problems as they often miss opportunities to connect with their friends or family. For instance, when I worked at Wendys, I rarely had the time on weekends to socialize with my friends. This indirectly caused them to alienate me, and we grew apart. This is a common sentiment among other working high schoolers, especially those with family commitments. If a student has to babysit their siblings, that's even less time to study, socialize, and get some rest and relaxation. Despite the negatives of having a job while in school, there are many definite pros. Being employed gives students a sense of responsibility that is otherwise difficult to obtain. They receive their own income and therefore gain a newfound independence. Both of these factors help teenagers blossom into functioning, culpable young adults, as it's extremely important to understand the workings of taxes and income, and even letting some students save up enough money to purchase their own vehicle and pay for its expenses like insurance, gas, and repairs. And it is still possible that their social lives may even improve. Although they have less time to hang out with friends from school, they can make many new friends at work, allowing them to enjoy working as well as perform better at their job. Bobby Morris is an excellent example of these pros, as his job enabled him to learn how to be more responsible in and out of the workplace.
Are my grades different? Yes. Yes, by a lot. But in a positive way, actually. The high school especially, my grades were awful. Freshman year, I failed my math class. I had an 11%. It was bad. All I would ever do is just go sit at home, and granted, my grades this year are so much better. Last year's GPA, I think my highest point last year I had a 3.1. This year my lowest GPA has been a 3.34? A 3.34, I think. Yeah, not going home and sitting on my butt for hours at a time has made my grades go up almost exponentially, and it's great.
To conclude, I believe that it really depends on the person, how they react and adapt to the pros and cons of taking a job while also being a student. Some people may not handle it well, become stressed, isolated, and downright miserable, as their grades and their social lives would begin to plummet. However, in cases like Bobby's, students may find a sense of purpose and responsibility that they did not have before. It is all decided by the actions of the individual and their outlook on work.